The militarization of space has officially begun, as France just launched its first military exercise off-planet in an effort to evaluate its ability to defend its satellites or other defense equipment in space. And it did so in partnership with the U.S. Space Force and the German Space Situational Awareness Center. Codenamed Aster-X, the exercise involved 18 simulated events from March 8th to March 12th, which were conducted out of France's Space Command operations room. According to their commander, the exercise was, quote, the first for the French armies and even the first in Europe as a stress test for their systems. For the exercise, a fictitious geopolitical crisis was created between two regions, and operators were challenged to deal with things like fire from anti-satellite weapons, performing a rendezvous in space, and even dealing with solar weather phenomena. All 18 events were meant to test the same thing, France's military capabilities in space. Space Command is France's equivalent to the Space Force here in the U.S. It was formed in 2019, and according to Zero Hedge, France also has planned to develop anti-satellite laser weapons and to strengthen their surveillance capabilities. At the time of Space Command's formation, France's defense minister defended it by saying that their allies and adversaries alike were all militarizing space too, so France has no choice but to act. But while there's been much talk about how Russia and China are both making moves to militarize space and conducting military exercises off-planet, and there have been a million memes about the U.S. Space Force and what it might be up to, the Aster-X military exercise by France was officially the first to be announced in such a spectacular way. In fact, it even came with a promotional video featuring adversaries and allies alike. China, Iran, Russia, North Korea, and the U.S. were all mentioned in it. It had dramatic music and showed lots of people working at computers featuring all sorts of cool images. It even featured what appeared to be a satellite being blown up with a big dramatic musical climax. So clearly France was proud of this historic first military exercise in space. And no matter what you might think about the militarization of space, it most certainly will not be the last.